Today we're talking about the Sigma 24 to 35 millimeter f2. So let's do this. What's up, YouTube? I hope you all are doing well. Today we are talking about the Sigma 24 to 35 millimeter f2. But before I do that, I did want to mention, if you guys missed my video from last week, I did post a short film called Be the Change. I'm not sure what happened, but YouTube was not putting it in the subscriber feed of a lot of my subscribers. So if you missed that short film, Be the Change, check out the link over here in the corner. It's all about a peaceful protest that happened in my town regarding Black Lives Matter. Now with that, I also put out a video of how to get involved with the Black Lives Matter movement. And one thing that I've committed to do on my channel is to showcase more Black artists, Black filmmakers. And so stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to give you a video recommendation of an amazing artist. So make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, so today we are talking about the Sigma 24 to 35 millimeter f2. I do want to mention that I was sent this lens from Sigma, but as always, they're really awesome about letting me say whatever I want to say. And so you are going to get my honest opinion. A couple of details about this lens. This is a full frame lens. Yes, I am reviewing a full frame lens. And so this can be used for full frame cameras as well as the GH5 or Blackmagic, aka crop sensor cameras. Also, it is an art series lens. And if you're unfamiliar with that, that's basically Sigma's flagship series for photography lenses. Now it does come natively to a Canon EF mount, Nikon F mount, as well as a Sigma SA mount. Now I have it specifically for the Nikon F mount, and I have it adapted to the GH5 and the Blackmagic through using a Viltrox speed booster that's Nikon to Micro Four Thirds. Also, a lot of the examples I shot was with the GH5. So if you're one of my subscribers and you're a GH5 enthusiast and you felt like I haven't been giving a ton of love to the GH5, this is the video to make up for that because I'm pretty sure all the B-roll is going to be with the GH5. So with that, let's go ahead and start breaking down this lens. And as always, we're going to break it down by image quality, build quality, and my overall thoughts / who I'd recommend this lens for. So let's start with image quality. Now, the fact that this is an art series lens, it should not be a surprise at all to say that the image quality on this lens is amazing. It's a super sharp lens. Depending on your preference, it may actually be possibly too sharp of a lens. We've talked about that before with the 18 to 35. It's very similar. It might be too sharp, and so you might be using like a Pro Mist filter or something like that to break down that sharpness. So the overall image sharpness is really nice. And then when I use it with the speed booster, I'm getting somewhere between an f1.4 and an f1.5. And so your shallow depth of field is also really nice, creating really pleasing bokeh and subject isolation. So I felt like the image overall is a really nice image. I was really impressed on how the f2 performed in low light. Like I said before, with the speed booster, it's around an f1.4, f1.5. And so it does get a little bit of a boost there. Speed booster boost. See what I did there? Another thing that I appreciate is the overall versatility of the focal lengths. Having that 24 to 35, it creates a lot of really good versatility. So you can use this lens in a walk around scenario and get a lot of really different shots with the versatile focal lengths. So the overall image quality for me is just really amazing, really versatile. I've been really impressed with the image from this lens. So with that, let's talk about the build quality of this lens. This lens is a hefty lens. Sigma truly lives up to the reputation with big lenses with this lens. So it is a big lens, but it's not long. It's just more like, I don't know how to talk about the shape and size of this lens without getting inappropriate. So I'm just going to say hefty lens. We're good there. You do get an 82 millimeter filter thread size, which is one reason why you get a lot of low light shots in this video, because I simply just don't have an ND filter that big. You do have a smooth focusing ring. Now it is focused by wire, and so that can drive some people nuts. Not the most ideal focusing ring for filmmakers because of maybe a shorter focusing throw as well as focus by wire. But when it comes to focus by wire, I'm always a fan of how Sigma does their art series lens because they basically have like almost like a stopping point in the focusing ring. And there are focus markers. You will see a manual focus and autofocus switch. As I've said before, for me, that might as well not be there because I just leave it in mind. I just realized that it's been autofocus this whole time. but my adapter doesn't transmit electronics, so that didn't really do anything. The zooming is all internal, and so you will not see any barrel extension when you're zooming in or zooming out. You do have just a very, very quality, sturdy lens. You will know that it's on your camera. Do not get me wrong on that. But I feel like it's a little bit lighter, and the proportion is a little bit different than 18 to 35, where this one is a little bit shorter, and so having a center balance is a little bit easier with this lens. It's an art series lens, so it's just overall freaking quality, right? With that being said, what are my overall thoughts slash who would I recommend this lens for? Well, my overall thoughts is just like the 18 to 35. This is such a good lens. For me, this lens is perfect in a scenario where you own potentially maybe like multiple systems, where you have a full frame camera, maybe you have a GH5 or Blackmagic in your arsenal as well. You don't really want to invest in something like the 18 to 35 because it is a crop sensor camera, and so you can't use it on your full frame cameras. And so if you are using something like the GH5 or the Blackmagic, but you also have a full frame camera, this is the lens to pick up. Now, it does have a slower aperture than 18 to 35. But again, if you take that in relativity to other lenses that have this focal range, you're looking at an f4 and f2.8. And so having an f2 for a full frame lens is just clutch to me. Sigma never ceases to impress me with what they do with some of these lenses. The fact they're able to get this focal length in a full frame lens for $600 to $800. Here, I'll just give you this one. So that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you some insight on how good I think this like sleeper lens is. For me, I never really considered this lens until I asked Sigma to let me check it out. And so this has been such a really nice surprise. So hopefully that really helps to give you an idea of how good this lens is as well, if you are considering it to buy. Now, if you do not want to buy this lens right now, maybe you want to test it out, I am going to be leaving a link to lensrentals.com. If you use the promo code AnsonandCo15, you can get 15% off your rental. So follow that link, put in that discount code, and you should be good there. I will be leaving affiliate links to Amazon if you do want to buy this lens as always. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. If you're digging the overall content from the channel, consider subscribing. And hold up, because I did promise you a dope video to check out. So the video I'm going to recommend today is going to be from Joshua Martin. This video that he put out this past week is just a powerful film, just conveying the emotions and the feeling of a black man in the world. I wouldn't even say in our country, but in the world. And so check out that film. I'm going to put it up here in the corner. I'm also going to put it at the end screen and probably even in the description. So plenty of places to check out that video. So check out Joshua. And if you don't follow Joshua, you really should. He is such an amazing reviewer, filmmaker, just all around, just great benefit of being subscribed to his channel. So if you have not subscribed to Joshua, or if you have not checked out his channel, go check it out. So on the subject of supporting the Black community, I will also be leaving some links to some charities below. So check those out if you are interested in getting involved, and please get involved. So as always, thank you for joining. Go and find your journey. Go embrace life. Stay safe. Be happy. Support each other. Wash those hands, and I'll see you here next time. Peace. Now with that being said, let's break down this lens. And as always, we're going to break it down by image quality, build quality, and my overall thoughts slash who I'd recommend it for. So let's start with build quality. Build quality. I did a whole thing. So let's go ahead and start breaking down this lens. And as always, we're going to break it down by image quality, build quality, and my overall thoughts slash who I recommend this lens for. So let's start with build quality, not build quality, image quality. Anson, you're better than this. My overall thoughts slash who I think I'd recommend it for, slash who I'd recommend it for. But I felt like it got pretty close. So I feel like something just like flew in my mouth. I'm sorry. The other thing I appreciate about this lens, yep, that's funny.